This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the lighthouse. Knowing them,
Fair.
they're not giving up without a fight.
Very true.
I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort and the gatehouse. And there's only one way to the top.
Very true.
All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again.
Maybe we will.
Good luck,
Best we can do
Corvo.
is hope, right?
If anyone deserves it, you do.
Thanks. Thanks, Samuel. I appreciate
Give
it.
my best to Emily. After
Welcome back, mortals and immortals alike, to Dishonored. Now, we are in the finale. I am going to play until this game is over. Because frankly, there are only 2 missions left. We are back at the Hound's Pit pub now, and then it's on to face our betrayers. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Hello,
Please,
Cecilia.
no. Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been killed, except for Samuel. He seemed sure you'd survived. I saw him on the river shortly before the killing began. He was smart enough not to come ashore, but I'll bet he's still out there. Looking for you is my guess. At first, Pendleton said it was time for our bonus. Havelock stood behind them, and at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head. Just like the target drills he used to. Lydia barely had time to scream. I would be dead too. Except Wallace told me I wouldn't be getting anything. Pendleton kept apologizing, saying that no one could ever know about the things they'd done. Martin was drinking and seemed sad. The Admiral was about to shoot Callista. Then he mumbled something about owing her uncle, Captain Kurnow, a debt. They said it was time for Sokolov, and went off to his cage. I don't know what happened after that.
So, I
Emily was there when
believe...
the killing started. Poor child. I hope she hid her
God.
eyes. The Admiral said that Martin was right. I guess they talked about it. And they started to worry they'd get executed for all that they'd done, going after the Lord Regent and his allies. I suppose it's why they've poisoned you too.
Trying to cover their sins. So, I believe that Callista survives because you save Kurnow. I may be wrong about that, but I believe because you save her uncle and he is still alive at this point in the game, that she gets spared. May be wrong about that, but there's a lot of butterflies effects in this game. Of you do one thing, therefore more things happen because of it. Because the world is all interconnected, which is really, really cool. And it's small things too, but it's enough that it feels like the world is fleshed out and interconnected. I think that's occasionally where butterfly effect games can get a little overboard, and also where their kind of downfall comes in. Because if you want to have an interconnected world where, you know, this, that, and the other thing happens all the time, and it's boom, 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 chain effect, and you have massively different endings to the game, you have to code a lot of things. But if you're telling a small, isolated story in a small, isolated location, you can have those little, like, small ripples. Will that make a huge, drastic effect in, let's say, a second game? Yeah, probably. But for one game, little things like someone being dead or alive can have very small effects. Because in the grand scheme of the universe, as existential as this is, we mean nothing. We are tiny blips on space dirt. So, it's just the small effects you can have on the world always make a world feel more fleshed out to me than anything. Little lines of dialogue rather than whole massively different endings. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway.
I thought Lydia would squeal on me at the end. She just told Havelock to screw himself. And died. Lydia's the only one who ever showed me any kindness. I don't think the Admiral actually knew I existed. I can hide here for as long as it takes. Seems that no one is safe when a man is that close to a prize like the throne.
Not a whole lot of runes around here, but
I was only a kid at the last coronation. If we even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead.
Poison thrown in the river.
If you ask me, he's long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left town.
That's what a rational person would do. Not this guy. You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they had to hide the Caldwin girl from him, the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in a cage, and only let him out at night.
The criminal mind, huh? So what's he doing now?
Waiting. He's probably watching us right now. With that crazy mask on.
yes,
Closer,
I am.
Closer, ever closer, until...
Dice. What's so impressive? Who's you got up against? Double high.
Such wild rumors about my behavior. It's fun listening to the guards talk on this level because there's like a lot of what I'm going to call wild theorizing about my nature. It's very funny.
Dice.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Yes, of course. Update.
Our men are still trying to penetrate the workshop. Big Piero job what's inside. Crack line, natural philosopher.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held here against his will for some time. We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission is in that so arrest him. But I don't want him harmed until I get to the bottom of all this. Careful. The place may be booby-trapped and I want him alive. What else?
Yes, sir. The servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran amok.
Turn this building inside.
Ah, that's why they executed everyone. So pin it on me.
Still walkers at all points.
And stay vigilant. Corvo's the most dangerous man in the Empire, and he has nowhere else to go.
Never thought he'd bother us again. I guess he holds a grudge.
Not so much a grudge as being set up.
even longer do I have?
I forget they come back down the stairs, so... In here I hide, or at least hide a body. And I'll take care of these two guys. Sokolov and Piero are in the workshop, so... Because that's them down there. On to the body pile you go. And I'll go back upstairs to get my things. Oh no, Emily's up there. That's right, because that's where she goes to hide. Corvo, remember before when I mentioned a special drawing I was working on for you? This is it. I don't know where you went, but I hope when you get back you see it. You see this and like it. I'd like to take it to Dunwall Tower with us. Everyone's acting strange tonight, and Samuel was whispering to Callista about a flare launcher that she was supposed to use to call him. He told her to lock the door to my old tower. I heard the Admiral tell the others we are leaving tonight for a place called the Lighthouse on Kingsparrow Island. I hope you get back before then. Big picture of Corvo. The fact that they just shoved my mattress up against the wall. Wrong button. Okay. Find Havelock or some clue to his plans. I think that's what that Havelock marker is. Make contact with Piero. It's fun how much the tall boys shake everything. Come on, buddy. I think a couple of notes are left over on the bar over there. That's probably... And then we'll go see Piero, and then Callista. Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll just ferry him back upstairs. I don't want to risk him breaking his neck. Yeah, I love the silent run. Silent run is great. Alright. Havelock's orders to the guards. Captain Manning, we've tracked the conspiracy to the Hound's Pit pub, searched the premises for the natural philosophers. Piero Joplin and Anton Sokolov, do what you must to secure all materials related to the enhanced arc pylons they've been constructing. Question them thoroughly, and once you are certain you have everything they know of the pylon, execute them both. Bring the pylon to me, along with his papers and recordings. They may be two of the greatest minds of their age, but they're also traitors who conspired with Corvo to bring down this empire. Keeping Empress Emily Caldwin with me at the lighthouse on Kingsparrow Island until we're certain that Corvo and his conspirators have been properly dealt with. Lord Regent Havelock. What an ass. Basically used the same ploy that the Lord Regent, that Hiram Burroughs used in order to set himself up as the good guy. Main difference, same method, different accent.
But it's pointless to hold a grudge. I want to ask you...
About the elixir, yes. And I need to discuss your tonic. Why have you not tried the homeopathic solution?
And where am I to find the subjects? I can't recruit from prisons as you do. But it's forced me to work with another agent derived from...
The river crusts, yes. I'd guessed as much. But I think our approaches may reinforce each other. This is what we've been lacking thus far.
Which is a hint that the actual cure to the plague is combining Piero's elixir, Piero's spiritual remedy, and Sokolov's elixir. The things you use for health and spiritual reinforcement, taking both together is actually what keeps you free from plague. Reinforcing the spirit and the constitution. Great.
Corvo, good to see that you still breathe.
I do indeed, still
not be the
breathe.
same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there.
It is, and we actually already picked it up,
The fields
because
of
I am a
power,
kleptomaniac.
Sokolov and I are not as gifted in the same way. Without the arc pylon, it is only a matter of time before they put an end to us. We can get this device working, or you can go out and remove our enemies one by one, whichever you think is best.
Take them out all at once. It'll be safer for all of us. Here are the blueprints.
Astonishing.
A lot of this game can go really quick if you loot everything, because you can end up getting pieces before they ask.
Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious. Or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo? As you wish, Corvo. We will be far away before any of them regain their senses.
Good.
All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
Absolutely, I will.
This pylon is charged. No one will dare come near us.
I believe because it's so much more powerful, you actually have to power it with 3 of them. But that is also why these walkways are here. How glorious.
Amazing. Simply amazing. It functioned beyond my greatest expectations.
The only non-lethal
Defies
way
description.
to get rid of
A device
tall
like
boys.
This will ensure Dunwall's security for a century.
Sorry about my really loud cracking meckle there, if it even picked up on the mic. Yeah, took care of that. Time to go talk to Callista. Callista, it's Corvo.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo.
I know.
Killed everyone to cover it all up.
Yep.
Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe.
Oh, I will. You don't
All
take...
this talk of being an honorable military man, but Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage. Something changed in the Admiral as soon as the Lord Regent died. It had been building up. Martin was acting strange, going quiet if any of us were near, whispering late into the night with Havelock and Pendleton while you were out doing the real work. I think they realized they were one step away from holding the same position the Lord Regent had, and worried they'd be held accountable for what they did here, as the Loyalists. They would have killed me too, but Havelock spared me. Out of respect for my uncle, I believe. Please, talk to Samuel and the others. Someone must know where they're going. Find Emily. She's suffered through so much, and she's got no one else on her side except you. Samuel set this here in case you returned. You can use it to call him. He said he'd come quickly. Hopefully there's a place he can dock where the watch won't see him.
It's...
Now that you've eliminated the City Watch, I can find my way out of here. But there's no way I can help Emily the way you can. I saw Samuel on the river earlier. I'm sure he'll take you where you need to go.
It's... interesting listening to everyone account, because you're away so much, of how much Martin and Havelock and Pendleton all started murmuring together and like conspiring, specifically after Martin gets there. I think once Martin realizes how much he's got everyone under his control, only there through the blackmail and the scheming, he realizes that they are in the exact same position as the Lord Regent, which means the only way they can hold on to power in the city is by controlling the narrative. And I don't think they like that. So, you know, they numb themselves to it with drink. And when push comes to the shove, they follow through on the terrible plan anyway. Because in all reality, who was going to hold them accountable for what they did as Loyalists? Corvo, who helped them as a Loyalist, and Emily. But I've been going this non-lethal route the whole time, so in all reality, what did they do outside of orchestrating me to be in the right place at the right time? It's just... Oh, this game is so good. It's just all so interconnected. You can see why they did what they did and what position they were in to do what they did. But it's just... I love it. I love it so much. This game is so good. Alright, letter to Callista. Callista, fret not. I believe there is still hope for Emily and Dunwall. I don't believe Corvo is gone. I've been searching the river for him, but if you catch wind of him, shoot with flare using the launcher I placed in Emily's tower, and I'll make my way back as quickly as I can. Keep this tower locked and take care of yourself. Emily's gonna need you when this is over.
One last trip, I expect. I had one job. Take care of Emily. I tried as best I could.
And you did a good job. Did a good job, Callista.
Thought I'd find you here. It never pays to bet against you, does it? I saw the signal. I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy and Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do?
It's very true. We're going to Kingsparrow Island. That's where they've taken Emily.
Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
Something to see indeed. Alright. Oh, hey, look at that! Hostile killed, none. Civilians, none. Alarms rung, none. Dead or unconscious, none. Did kill? Ghost. Arc pylon, and I found Emily's drawing. There was only one rune on this level. Okay then. Kingsparrow Island. Let's do the thing.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock, Martin, and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the lighthouse.
Fair.
Knowing them, they're not giving up without a fight.
Very true.
I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort and the gatehouse. And there's only one way to the top.
Very true.
All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again.
Maybe we will. Best we can do is hope,
Good
right?
luck, Corvo. If anyone
Thanks.
deserves it, you do.
Thanks, Samuel. I appreciate it.
Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me.
Don't sell yourself short, old man. And this doesn't need to be on. And I creep.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Chances are very good.
I am not messing about. In case that wasn't clear already. Don't need this wall of light on. This does not lead directly outside, which is good. Alright, that is both walls of light down.
You get your own squad after what happened last night?
Yes, of course.
I'll take a grenade. And it's time to possess a rat. Time for some time bending. Come on, bud, turn around. There we go. Can you, like, exit? Yes. Good. Good. Why you gotta be so loud? I will take it. Where is your valve? That is not what I meant to do. There we go. Beautiful. Onto the body pile you go. And away I go. Come with me, sir. I am so tense right now. This is one of those levels where I feel like I have to have the dark vision on all the time. Ooh, a coin. Just need to make it to the top. Where you going there, bud? Go on, turn around. Wow, these guys are just not paying attention, I guess. Okay, okay. We made it. I'm sorry for not talking through a lot of that. I was just so tense. That is the most easily I have made it through that first little bit of the light at the end. It always goes poorly for me, and I always end up having to knock out everybody. Here's the problem with this level, though. Enemies don't stop spawning. It's one of the few levels in Dishonored where they just keep spawning. So you're kind of SOL. I think that one, and then might be either the very first level, or it's one of the ones where there's a lot of guards on the streets. Might be the cat house that I'm thinking of. The golden cat. But there's only like 2 levels in the whole game where the enemies just keep spawning. And if you don't know that, it means you could spend, I don't know, 3 hours knocking out enemies on a level to try and clear it so that they don't get in your way, and it doesn't work. You can go right there, friend.
We got a prowler on loose.
No, you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. How would you even know? Do you even know what a prowler looks like?
Let's just see what happens if I get another crack at this guy.
You won't. I'm just glad he didn't tip over backwards over the railing, the one I'm carrying. I've had that happen. People just tip over the railing and it's like, ah, come on. And then they die and you get frustrated because you tried. The worst for that is Dowd's level.
Look out, we got someone skulking around.
No, you don't. You don't know that. You're making assumptions. Did I alert you or something? I don't think I alerted you. That's rude. add him to the body pile, because frankly, it's a lot harder to try and get through this particular section without knocking out a whole bunch of people. You just knock them out one by one, and then you continue on your merry way where they don't bother you anymore. You take a nap there. Hope you don't toss and turn in your sleep. Maybe the railings will catch you. Maybe.
Samuel, the useless old man, hungry for purpose. Couldn't be with us tonight. This is all Martin's fault. We hadn't helped Corvo get out of prison. Corvo hadn't been so damn good at his job. We hadn't gotten greedy, afraid. Yes. Always too sure that was the problem. Never hesitated. Too sure of what I wanted. Too sure of what I wanted to do when other men stopped to consider. Saw it as a weakness. I know Corvo's coming for me, just like he came for the others. Crossing the island below like it was nothing. Only a question of how and when. I'm lacking a countermove. It's all falling apart.
Havelock log entry 7. We could not have done any of this without Corvo, and for that I will be grateful, but I fear he did not have the vision to see the future we must achieve for Dunwall. We will not maintain our grip on the Empire with the little girls setting policies, and I believe Corvo's loyalty to the Caldwell woman would have clouded his head. Is she truly his daughter? We will take Dunwall to the pinnacle of strength, but Corvo's role in this cannot ever be recognized. He must be vilified, and when I take the reins of the city, of the Empire, I will be seen as the hero and the protector. Entry 6. Until we get through all of this and hold the coronation, nothing certain. Dunwall Tower has got its own culture. No telling what could happen if we moved to that place too soon. Next steps must be handled carefully. Things are happening quickly now. I need time. Martin is now High Overseer. He is a clever one, and his ideas have taken us very far. Considering where he comes from, he should be very pleased with himself. Now we can be assured that the Overseers will support our claims, whatever they may be. There is only one man now standing between us and control of the Empire. The Lord Regent will soon find himself staring into the hideous mask of Corvo's. Of that I have no doubt, but what happens after that? He is returning now with Sokolov over his shoulder. Simply amazing. Not only can Corvo project lethal force, he can do an extraction that I didn't think possible. Lethal force. Did Havelock think I was killing everybody? He can do extractions that I didn't think possible, and soon the two greatest minds of the Empire will be here together. If I could get these rivals to cooperate, they could create weapons and tools of unimaginable power. If I could command both of them, well, I'll wait and measure their dispositions towards one another before following that line of thought. Pendleton was willing to go further than I thought. He served up his own flesh and blood to the cause, and I can see that he's truly loyal to the Empire. Would I have done the same if my brother was still alive today? Probably. Undoubtedly. Many innocents must be sacrificed for the good of Dunwall. Every loyal watchman that falls beneath Corvo's blade is giving his life for the Empire. He thought I was killing people. Well, it seems that we have invested in the right man with Corvo. Not only did he free Martin, but he went into the Viper's Nest and sorted out Campbell personally. With Corvo in our company, I suspect that there is no one in the world we cannot touch. We are not committed to this path. It's been days since our men dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Bureau spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force in the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coleridge prison? And if so, we'll be able to make cure personally. I give him odds of 1 in 5.
All the stuff that led us here makes sense. When I was young, I went to sea, took command of a ship, and made nameless men into sea. Made a collection of boats. Then founded a conspiracy and almost led an empire. No compromise. Never showed mercy. Never showed weakness. I showed the world what mattered. Will and vision. And not being afraid of getting dirty. I'll lose it all to a man with a faster sword hand. Or is it that he has a slower sword hand? There's something wrong.
Nope, just something wrong with you. And the fruits of everything, that's Martin, and he is dead. And that's Pendleton, who is also dead. I'm coming, Emily, I'm coming.
Admiral Havelock?
Where is Emily's room key?
I'm going to make you stand in a corner until you learn how to behave. Corvo?
It's me, Emily, it's me.
I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
Of course, dear. We did it! We did it!
So ends the interregnum, and now Emily Caldwin the First will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm.
Which was the real problem they had with me.
You
I wouldn't
watched
let
and
them
listened
control
when other
her.
men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is, with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age, brought about by your hand.
Samuel works at the Pounds Pit.
And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo.
Oh, such a good game. I love Arcane Studios so much. They are amazing and incredible. There is a reason why I love game design so much, and it's games like this. It's studios like Arcane. The reason I even knew what this game was is because of her motion that they did on the sci-fi series Face Off. It's all about makeup design, specifically special effects makeup, which is so important for horror movies, my favorite genre. And just the seeing that, hearing about this game, and years later spending my money personally on this game, and have it have such a huge impact on me, on my fashion sense, on my personal tastes. It gets my highest compliments always of having a profound effect on me. While yes, Nier is my favorite game, one of my favorites, this game is King of Kings. There's so much in it, and I love it to bits. It has inspired so much. A lot of the weird things that happen in my personal stories and my campaigns are because of Dishonored. And I love it so much. I hope all of you enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed playing it again. I will always enjoy playing this. I may come back for a series in the future where I play through the shorter-ish DLCs for this game, which are Knife of Dunwall and the Brigmore Witches, which would also be a good setup for playing Dishonored 2. But in those, you play as Dowd, which is really cool, and I would go full chaos on that one, because when you make a bad choice, double down, right? But God, I love this game, and I love the effort putting into it, and I just want more things like this that are here for the time they need to be here to tell their stories. Heavy atmosphere with their own sense of style and identity, and then they go away. Not because they're not fantastic, but because they told the story they wanted to tell. I don't feel like there's too many games that come out that have that anymore. There's so many newer ones that are brand new that I feel like either have no story at all, very weak story, and they overstay their welcome. If I really sat down and thought, I could probably pick a couple that take their time to tell their stories and then they leave, like they should. But God, I love tight storytelling. It's so good. So good. I thank you all so much for joining me on this one. And I cannot wait to see y'all in the next one. There will be a poll on Patreon. Since I do not currently have any patrons, it is going to be a public poll, and you will find out shortly what game everyone picked. Thanks again, everyone, so much for watching. And without further ado, take it away, outro me. Thanks everyone so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you don't miss an upload. I have both a Patreon and a Ko-fi where you can support me and what I do, granting you access to Gaming with a Rose 1 month early and voting for what I play next. All those links will be in the description below. Follow me on Twitter for updates and ramblings over there. And with that, click the box to the left to see what more from me, or the box to the right to see what video YouTube says you'll like. Have a lovely day.